Hi, we're still in Nehemiah, and this time we're in Nehemiah chapter 9. And in chapter 9, it says this. It says, "You gave them bread from heaven when they were hungry, and water from the rock when they were thirsty. You commanded them to go and take possession of the land you had sworn to give them. But our ancestors were proud and stubborn, and they paid no attention to your commands." Well, that's kind of true for all of us, isn't it? That we don't pay attention to the commands and the things God has given us and is willing to give to us. We want more. And we also maybe don't even acknowledge the things that God has done for us. I do a lot of funerals, and I meet with families that have lost loved ones. And there is such a huge difference between people who have faith and those who don't. People have faith. There's just something there. I don't know if I can even describe what it is, but it's something there. And when there's no faith, it's like there's nothing there. It just seems empty to me. But Jesus, relating this to Jesus, Jesus has just fed people and talked about being the bread of life. And he says this in John 6, verse 26. Jesus replied, "I tell you the truth. You want to be with me because I fed you, not because you understood the miraculous signs. But don't be so concerned about perishable things like food. Spend your energy seeking the eternal life that the Son of Man can give you." And, there it is. And that's what I think I see at the end of life. I see a life that's either just focused on food or perishable things, or do I see a life that was focused on eternal things, eternal life that the Son of Man, that Jesus, that's the word Jesus, the name Jesus gives himself, the Son of Man can give us. And it makes all the difference in the world, and yet we spend most of our time worried and thinking about the material things, and not much of our time usually thinking about the spiritual things. And it's the spiritual things that last forever. When we're with Jesus, when we're in heaven, we're going to look back and go, why did we worry about those stupid material things? They meant nothing. Why were we so concerned about those things when, as we look back now and we see the perspective of eternal life, we see those amazing gifts from God, eternal life and a relationship with God will be absolutely the only thing that matters. So we have it all messed up in our lives. We have it backwards, just like we do with a lot of things with God. That I say this often, the things that we think are important are usually not very important to God, and the things that we think are unimportant are super important to God. And I say that often in terms of baptism. I say your baptism date is the most important date in your life, because it's there that you died with Christ and rose again forever to be with God. That is the important day in your life, and yet not many people pay attention to it. There's one person back in my old congregation that sends a baptismal card to like 50 people a year. I think that's fantastic, because she's letting them know how important that day is. But most people don't get a baptismal card, but we may get lots of birthday cards. But that baptismal date is the things that God thinks are important, we hardly think are important at all. And the things that we think are really important are hardly not important at all in the long term of things. So that's just my thought for the day, that to remember that the really important things have to do with God, Jesus Christ, your salvation, and not what you're going to have for dinner. Anyway, God bless and have a great day.